Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a thing called love. Let me tell you about the stars in the sky and a girl and a guy and the way they could kiss on a night like this. When I look into your big brown eyes, it's so very plain to see that it's time you learned about the facts of life, starting from A to Z. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a thing called love. When I look into your big brown eyes, it's so very plain to see that it's time you learned about the facts of life, starting from A to Z. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a thing called love.
My wife and I don't claim to be experts about how to draw hummingbirds to your yard, but we have had some very good luck the past few years and will gladly share some pointers with you. First off, the birds will start to arrive in eastern Nebraska around the 5th of May, and they will be very hungry from their long trip from down south. So have your feeders ready and full of rich sugar water. My wife will put on 1 cup of sugar to 4 cups of water and boil the mix in a pot on the stove. She only makes it this rich for the first and last batch of the season. The rest of the time she uses 1 cup of sugar to 5 cups of water. Experts frown on using any additive, such as food coloring like you see here. We normally use red coloring but ran out. The coloring helps me judge which bottle needs changing. The color fades with age. Always keep the bottles and sipping containers clean. I added small containers for the bees to draw them away from the hummingbirds, but in fact it could be attracting them. Last year the hummers stayed until September 25th. It depends on the weather, I guess. I have them almost eating out of my hand. I love these little guys and they give hours of entertainment. All they want is for you to be gentle and love them.